Here we are on a nice sunny day at the Chiba licensed driving test center. Over there you have the car track, and over here is the bike track. And on February 25th, this is where I'll be. All right, so I'm going to walk through the course because I need to memorize this course. On the day of the test, I have to do everything perfect. And I don't have a map to use on the day of the test, so I need to memorize the course. If I make any mistake with the map or with the course, then of course I have failed. So I should be starting somewhere around here, and they have a bike for me. The instructors, or the I don't know what you want to call them, the referees, they're up in that cage up there. They'll be watching everything I do, and they'll have a bike for me. I got the large bike, so it's either going to be something over 400 cc's. I heard one person got stuck with like a 1200 cc cruiser, which would be interesting because, you know, there's no warm-up. You just gotta jump on it and go. Anyways, so get on the bike. Now, getting on the bike, there's all these rules which I don't know, like how to get on, how to start it. There's like an order, which foot you place where, you know, which foot comes up first, all this stuff. I have no idea. I'm just gonna try to work my way through it. I'll try to look online, but there's all these rules on simply getting onto a bike and starting it that I really have no idea. But anyways, these rules are important to pass the test. So when I finally do get started, you know, put in first gear, and I have to use I think I'm just going straight here, so but I'll use my blinker anyway, just in case. I don't know the blinker rules, you know, for this kind of a start. I'll use my blinker, and then I got to turn my head. So turning your head is very important, they say, because they want to make sure that you're super cautious and looking all over. And if you just make a slight turn with your helmet and move your eyes, that's not enough, because they can't see your eyes. So they, you know, and mirrors only don't count. So I gotta swivel my head like an owl and like turn all the way back here, make sure like no other bike is gonna come and pass me or whatever. Just swivel around, and then everything's safe, and then pull out. There we go. Now, it's not the law, but the rule to pass the test is you gotta ride on the left-hand 1/3 of your lane. So I gotta stay over here, and they say to keep it pretty close. They say 1/3, but basically, you know, not in the gutter, but pretty far over on the left-hand side. All right, going forward here. So this first straightaway, your first challenge, if you can call it that, is an obstacle. So again, all you gotta do is remember the rules. So what they have is some cones out here in kind of a semicircle shape. So I've got to use my blinker, slow down, and go to the right-hand side of the lane. And it looks like I can just fit, but I'll probably cross the line a little bit, and then use my blinker again, and then go back to the left-hand side of the lane. Okay, as long as you follow all the rules that they don't tell me, then I can, you know, you should be safe. And then you got to slow down for the turn, because they want you to be super cautious, and they want you to use both front and back brake to slow down, not just using the engine to slow down, right? So, and I think they have sensors on the bike, so they know if you're using both brakes or not. So I just make this turn here, nice and slow. I'm not sure if I'll be in first or second gear. Depends on the bike. We'll see how it goes, but you know, luckily there's not really any requirements on what gear that you need to be in or something like that. Okay, so I'm at the far end of the course, making the U-turn here. So they do have a hill here. You can see my test, I don't need to do this hill, but for other tests, if you're a Japanese person taking a regular Japanese test, they need to do the hill. They gotta stop in the middle of the hill, and then, you know, start off using the clutch and all that and the brakes. It's pretty straightforward, but and I think it's good that they test that. But for me, you know, I don't get to have that kind of fun. I'm just changing my license from a U.S. license to a Japanese one, so it's quite simple. All right, so then the back straightaway here, they actually do check your speed. I believe there's a sensor on the bike. They said to get up over 60 kilometers an hour, which is like 40 something miles per hour. And no big deal. Not too fast, not too slow. You want to make sure that you have confidence, I guess, to get up to speed. Okay, that's easy. So proceed straight here. And at every intersection, I just passed the intersection. I know there's nothing going on. There's probably going to be no other bikes on this trail. This is only a bike course. There's no cars going to be here when I'm taking the test. But they want me to check. So I'll be swiveling my head every intersection, just like looking. Anybody coming? No. All good. You know, just make sure, check. Trying to just be as cautious as possible. That's what they're looking for. All right. So coming up to this turn here, again, use both front and back brake and slow down, nice and cautious. Supposedly, they don't care how slow you go in the turns. They want to make sure that you have full control. Now, if you take a look at here, next to the straightaway, there's another lane, and there's some cones here, and then some markers. That is for, again, the Japanese test. It's a full, like, emergency brake test. I think you have to get up to 40 kilometers an hour, which is like what, just under 30 miles an hour. And then right here at the cones, you slam on the brake, do not skid. So controlled stop as fast as possible, and you have to stop within the third white line. All right, so it's quite interesting. I think it'd be kind of fun, but unfortunately, I don't get to do that. I just, since I'm converting my license, they figured that I know how to do emergency stop, which is, it's fine. Anyways, so I just get to go around the turn. So go around the turn here again, nice and easy. I'll probably be, maybe shift down to second or third. I don't know, depends on the bike. Keep it on the left-hand side. Nice and easy. Cruising back here. So I'm almost back to the start. And up there is the instructors. They'll be staring at me. I'll be trying to ignore them. If I take my hand off the wheel and wave at them right now, I'd probably fail the test, although it's kind of tempting. Anyways, I go around here, back to the start. So the first lap is just a full lap. They want to check that you can get up to speed and staying on the right hand or left hand side, and then swiveling your head, checking left and right, and that's it. No need to use the blinker except for that first obstacle over there. So all these rules that you got to remember, it's the most important thing. Okay, so that's one complete lap, just past the start line. Next, we're going to cut into the middle. So at the appropriate time, I think it's like some 10 meters or 15 meters before the turn, I got to swivel my head, look behind me, check the mirror, use my blinker, move to the right-hand side of this lane to make the right turn into the middle. And you come up here, again, slow down using front and back brake. And in Japan, at most intersections, they have this white triangle, or sometimes it's a diamond, and you're supposed to cut, it's supposed to help you guide you. But during the test, if your wheel goes over that diamond or triangle, then it's immediate failure. So, well, it's not difficult, it's just something to remember. Turn into here, again, checking behind me, swiveling my head like an owl. And here I'm going to make a right turn, so I'll go into the right hand side and probably keep my right hand blinker going. This is a stop light, which will be active on the day of the test, whether it's green or whatever. You don't know how the timing's going to be. I don't think they can control it. We'll see. But regardless, if it's red, you stop behind the line. I hear if your wheel touches that line on a red light, then immediate failure, right? So stay behind the line. If it's green, proceed carefully into the intersection. And then, again, here's that diamond of death. If my wheel touches that thing, supposedly immediate failure. Continue on the right-hand turn, and then again, tuck right back into the left-hand safe, 1/3 of the course here. So here we got two, they call them cranks here in Japan. It looks like a dog type of turn, a dog leg type of turn thing, right? So I'm supposed to take the second one. So I've memorized my map because on the day of the test I cannot use it. So here we are, I make a left turn, so again, blinker, checking left to right, check behind me, swivel my head like a madman, slow way down, and I got cones going here. So it's pretty, for a bike, it's not so narrow, but it's a 90-degree turn. And I hear if you touch a cone, then it's a minus point. And if you knock over a cone, it is a full failure. So, you know, just stay with the cones. It's pretty wide, I think, for a bike to go through here. Even if it's a big bike, it's not going to be a problem. Kind of cruise through this, you know, keep it nice and slow. And then when we come out and make a left turn, so I come towards here, there's no stop sign. So I believe I don't need to come to full stop. So I will come through here, swivel my head left and right, and check in behind me. I'll check for freaking airplanes if necessary. I'll just, you know, because they're looking to see that my helmet is turning to make sure that, you know, I'm being cautious. So the thing is, like, you know, little things like, even if I slow down here, should I put my foot down, or should I keep both feet on the pegs? Should I put my feet like just down but don't touch the ground? I don't know all the specific rules that they teach you in the school, because of course I never went to school for driving here. Anyways, one way or another, I'll make a left turn and then come out here on the left hand side again. We'll go straight. Here's the dog crank. Of course, I'm not going to turn there, but I'll be checking, swiveling my head, you know, making sure everything's safe. Another intersection here. This is what the traffic signal. I'm not going to turn, but again, I will, you know, be very cautious. Look this way, swivel my helmet, you know, checking. Now keep it nice and slow, because I'm going to make a left turn here into this S turn. All right. So coming up to the S turn again, I got to use my blinker. I'll be checking behind me. I'll be using my mirrors. Jesus. Anyways, driving like a, you know, as cautious as possible. So now we have another narrow course. It's like golf cart size, right? A car would never really make it through here unless you went up on the curve. This time the cones are quite large and they're on the outside of the course. That makes it even wider. This is quite easy. Cruise through here. There's no time limit or anything like that to go through here. So just cruise through. They just want to see how, you know, how confident you are on the bike, if you're all shaky, or, you know, can you keep your balance and all that good stuff. Come to here again, there's no stop sign, and I'm going to turn left. I'll use my blinker, I'll swivel my helmet left, right, or right, left in Japan. And then this is the signal again, so what I would do, and I'm going to make a right turn here. So when it's safe, I pull out, I turn off my blinker, I turn it to the right blinker, and if it's red, of course, oh geez, I'm on the wrong side of the road. So I pull out, and then see on the right side of this lane, if I need to stop behind the line, don't touch the line. If it's green, I proceed with caution, you know, nice and safe, swiveling my helmet, checking left, check right, check behind me, blah, blah, blah. Don't touch the diamond of death with my wheel. And then when it's all safe, I make the left turn. All right, and then now I'm going to be going and make another left turn. That was a right turn, sorry. And the blinker to the left here, I'm going to turn into number 5. So again, swivel my head, blinker, check, and turn into number 5. So what I have up here is some bumps. And to go over these bumps, it's required that you stand up. Now, before we start the bumps, do I need to stop here on this number 5? I have no idea. You can see there's some cones marking like a starting area. I have no idea what the rules is. I'm hoping they explain it on the day of the test, because I don't know if I need to stop or not. And I don't want to, you know, fail the test on a simple, you know, I forgot to stop type of thing. Anyways, hopefully we'll find that out. So proceed over here, and they want you to take these bumps standing up at a nice controlled pace. There's no timer or anything like that. And yeah, we'll see. I just said there's no timer, but if you take a look, there's actually is a starting, you know, electronic timer thing going on here. So maybe there is a timer. They want you to go at a slow certain speed. We'll see. I'll have to look that up. These bumps are not very big. You can see that they're metal bumps about the size of my shoe. So they're not very big at all. It's very easy to go over these bikes, or these bumps. You know, people like us grew up on dirt bikes. This is kind of nothing. But maybe people, you know, for beginners or something, it might be a challenge. I don't know. And then at the end, they have another timer. So it looks like they are going to time me to go over that, which is probably not fast, right? It's going to be a timer to see how slow and controlled you can go. So we'll see about that. Okay, so at this intersection, again, there's no signal. I'm going to make a left turn. I would go to the left-hand side, use my blinker, swivel my head like an owl. I'm right in front of the damn instructor guys, so I got to, you know, make sure I don't make any mistakes here. You know, turn, look right, look left, look right again, turn out here, stay in the left-hand side of my lane. I'm gonna go straight to the stop sign. This is quite a large intersection, but I'm going straight. The other lanes have stop signs, as you can see, so that means I can proceed, but again, I'm gonna slow down, use brakes, both front and back, look right, look left, look right again, and then proceed carefully through the intersection. All right, and then come up to the stop sign. It's my stop sign, full stop, both feet down, I think, and then don't touch the white line of death. All right, check, 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 check behind me, check everything. Jesus Christ, I'll be turning my head all over the place. Blinker, turn off after make the turn, and then we go straight. So we're coming to the last part of the test, and the last part might be the most challenging, because up until here it's all a matter of remembering the rules. You know, this crank, it's going to be easy. The S turn, quite easy. There's no real challenge up until now except for remembering all the rules, some of which I just simply don't know. Okay, another intersection. Every time I come to an intersection, I've got to slow down, crank my head, look, turn left, you know, just looking around everywhere. They want to make sure I'm like the safest, most cautious driver in the world. It's like someone said, like, you got to act like you're driving in an elementary school parking lot with like a million kids running around, you know, and the parents running around in cars and bikes, and like another intersection, you know, turn your head, make sure nothing's coming out. Here they have these bushes here on purpose, right? So you gotta make sure you slow down, make sure there's no car coming out, right? And they got these sneaky cameras up there and sneaky cameras over there. They're watching you, because from here you can see I lose sight of the instructors, so they can't see me directly. They're gonna rely on these cameras. So I'm gonna go past this intersection, but you can see it's blind. So I would slow way down, be very cautious, kind of sneak out here, check left, make sure there's no, you know, drunk driver coming or whatever. Go nice and slow around the turn here, because I hear on the turns you can go very slow, or they expect you to go very slow because it's dangerous, you know. All right, so now comes the end of the test, and the end has a fairly challenging part to it, which is this guy. So in Japanese, this is called the ippon bashi, which is like the one plank bridge, you could say. And I'm not sure where I have to stop, but before this cone, I need to stop. And if I can stop way back here, that's better. But if I have to stop at the cone, that means I've got like 3 meters to get up speed and then go across this bridge on the bike. And if you can get speed, it's quite easy, but I gotta spend like at least 10 seconds. I think it's either 10 seconds or 6 seconds. I'm not sure. There's a big difference there, but I gotta look it up. But I have to go really slow across this bridge. And if I fall off, then I fail, right? So like, again, if you have some speed, it's quite easy. It's like a 2x10, like it's about the length of my foot, right? It's the width of my foot. The height, again, is like my shoe height. At the beginning, they got this funny lever here, which makes a noise. I think that's just to like throw people off, you know, make, you know, kind of, you know, just surprise people who are not used to it or something like that. So you kind of go up on this, and you have to go nice and slow. So let's see what that feels like. Go up here. Well, walking across this thing is quite simple, but on a bike, again, if you have to go really slow, this is going to be a challenge. I'm not sure the seconds. If it's 6 seconds, I think that's going to be easy. Oh, at the end here, they also have a noisemaker, a clanker in the opposite direction. But maybe they use the noise to determine your time spent on the bridge. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a sensor in there. But yeah, this will probably be the hardest part of the test. Again, depending on how slow you need to go. We'll see. I looked that up. Hopefully it's 6 seconds. If it's 6 seconds, I think it's going to be very manageable. If it's 10 seconds, then I'm going to have to, you know, be on the ball here. Okay, after that's done, I pull through here. Again, an intersection, no signs, so I can proceed through. But again, I'll be swiveling my head, checking right, check left, check right, check behind me for that matter. Make sure nothing's coming. proceed to the last part of the test, which is the slalom course. Now, the slalom course, here is a starting line. I have no idea if I need to stop or not, but they do have another sensor here. They're gonna clock my time using the sensor. And the slalom course, as opposed to the Ipponbashi bridge thing where I have to go slow, the slalom course, you cannot go slow. You have to go less than a certain amount of time. And I think this one is also either 6 or 10 seconds or something like that. I'm not sure. But this one, I saw it online on YouTube. Someone did it, and it looked pretty simple because you don't have to go that fast. I mean, if you had to jam through there, that would be kind of fun, but you know, it'd be more challenging on an unfamiliar large bike. But yeah, so you can see how the cones are set up. The large cone is the one you go around. The two small cones you can kind of ignore, but you know, it makes it easy to see. Don't go that way. And so we come through here, just going around. How many cones are there? 5. So this is pretty straightforward. I mean, if you can take your time, this would be simple as hell. If you had to rush through this, then yeah, you know, it wouldn't really be challenging, but you know, you have to pay attention. You go through the end here. Again, there is these electronic timers to time me. So you can see how the cones are lined up so that it's not like a real slalom, you know, where you have to actually go left and right, you know, like, well, you know what I'm talking about. Since the cones are lined up, I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Again, unless if it's you have to go super fast through here, it would be more of a challenge. But should be no problem. Okay, so that's it. I come here. I'm gonna go back to the starting, except I don't know how to enter the street. So there's no stop sign. So I believe I'm gonna come to basically a complete stop. I'm gonna swivel my head like an owl. I'm be checking, make sure there's no one here. And now I'm gonna make a right turn over there, but I'm not gonna, do I put on my blinker before I enter the street, or do I put on my blinker after, right? Because here I'm actually turning left and then turning right. So do I turn on my left blinker first and then my right blinker? Or what the fuck should I do? I don't know the rules, you see. What I normally would do is just pull out, and then because I'm gonna make a right turn here, I would use my right blinker to turn to go back into the start. And the thing is, I'm right in front of the guys, you know, they're gonna be watching me. So that blinker deal, do I do left blinker, then right blinker? I don't know, we'll see. I'll try to ask some people or look online. Okay, go back to my starting position. And now it comes to the deal of getting off your bike. So there, again, there's all these rules you must follow that I don't know. So, like, what's the procedure? Do you shift it into neutral? Do you put it into first gear? Right? I'm not sure. And then you turn off the bike. Do I lock the handlebars? I don't know. Do I leave the key in there? I don't know. Okay, then I get off the bike, put on the kickstand, and then that's it. And it should be done. So I gotta find out these fine point rules that I simply don't know because, you know, I didn't go to driving school. All right, so that is it. My test is February 25th at 1 p.m. Well, I gotta be here at 1 p.m. I probably won't drive till like 3 p.m. because everything here goes like slow motion. It'll take forever, but it's not difficult. Again, there's, you know, I think they do test your ability a little bit, and for beginners, sure, that might be a challenge. But for me, the hardest thing is going to be is remembering the damn rules. You know, getting on the bike, getting off the bike. You know, how they want me to use a blinker, and you know, like at a stop sign, do I have to put both feet down, 1 foot down, right? If there's no stop sign, do I need to put my feet down? You know, can I leave them on the foot pegs, or should I place them off the foot pegs but don't touch the ground? All these little tiny things, I have no idea, right? Anyway, wish me luck. I'm gonna be searching YouTube or online as much as possible, try to find out all these silly rules that they have. All right, that's it.